What's poppin', y'all? Today, we're going to be taking a look at who will kill Rock Thomas, the devil of the South Side. If you enjoyed the video, like, sub. But before you sub to my channel, go sub to Deaf God Spaceman. Love that motherfucker. He makes some of the best power videos we ever seen. So definitely go check out his channel. And let's boogie.
Let me make this shit real simple. I own you, nigga.
All right, before I get started, y'all know the deal. Y'all already know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe. Y'all know the deal. It's Monday. Y'all know the deal. So, this is basically gonna be like something like really interesting for the future, because I know this isn't gonna happen now or in season 3 or potentially season 4. But who is actually gonna take out Raquel Thomas? Like, I love doing these because it's like now the possibilities are super endless, because after what we got from episode 10, where basically, you know, Raquel basically told Lulu like, yo, I own your ass, there's nothing you can do about it, and just basically broken the man. Technically she broken him twice, because he didn't understand the lessons back in season 1. He was just like, man, I'm trying to get out of here. And she like, listen, your shit is my shit. You can't go anywhere, right? So we have a list of people that can actually potentially take out Raquel, or I shouldn't say potentially, but have motivation. I'm sorry, motive. They have motive to basically take out Raquel. So we got Lulu, we got Howard, Kanan, maybe Jukebox. I have four, and then we would just, and I guess Breeze would be like 5, right? But we ain't gonna count him. We ain't gonna count him because we haven't seen him, so we ain't gonna count him.
Okay, you guys. So out of all those, I do not think it'll be Detective Howard. He has the least reason to kill Rock. I actually think he has more of a reason to work with Rock and try to, I guess, like, put things together for Kanan, because I think Detective Howard has Kanan's best interest at heart, and I don't think that killing Rock I don't think that would be in Kanan's best interest. I mean, you could argue that it could, if Detective Howard was solo parenting Kanan, that we might get a different Kanan in power. Kanan might wind up being a cop. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and cross Detective Howard out. Unique, I don't think it'll be, I mean, Unique could have done it. Like, I mean, I don't understand why he would wait to do it, because when the Italian guy was about to kill Rock and he shot that motherfucker in the chest, you know, that he could have just let Rock get killed right there. It would have been the perfect opportunity. He could have, I mean, I don't know if he would have tried to rebuild. I mean, the South Side was basically destroyed after the Italian hit. But you gotta let me know in the comment section if you think that Unique still has any reason to kill Rock. I think that together they're stronger, but that's in my opinion. Jukebox, I definitely, again, I don't see it coming from her. The most possible out of these 4 or these 5 would probably be Lou. But even that would be a stretch. But we do know in the Power Universe, family kills family, which is why, my personal opinion, I think it'll be Kanan. But you gotta let me know what you think in the comment section.
So, we're gonna start off with like Lulu, because even though, like I said in my previous video, I don't really see Lulu actually taking out Raquel, but seeing how Lulu can't go anywhere. Lulu is like literally trapped, right? Like he can't do nothing. Despite him wanting to like get away from all of this, he can't go anywhere. Now the fact that Ziza's dead, and then you have the cops that's eventually going to look into the whole bulletproof records, because now the fire is set because Crown's dead, Ziza's dead.
In one hand, though, I mean, that was kind of a good thing that Ziza died, because I thought that Ziza was the reason that they pulled Crown's body out the ocean. I thought maybe Ziza and Cartier, I thought maybe they had something going on and they were responsible for that. Because I don't think the police just found Crown's body in the river. I don't think it just washed up or nothing like that. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you think. Was Ziza like a snitch or a mole or some shit?
Is dead. Cartier Farid is dead. So the cops is gonna like see like, okay, what's going on here? And I think that this is going to be the perfect opportunity, and I think this is where we're going to see maybe potentially Lulu is actually going to flip, and maybe the only way to get rid of Raquel is maybe to pin it all on Raquel, because if he's not going to kill her, then I think the best option, the best reasonable option for him to do is to pin everything on Raquel. Oh, she wanted to get rid of, but then again, it would have to make sense for him to do that, to be like, okay, since Crown died, a portion of the share went to her, instead of it being like, Lulu. Like, yeah, Lulu's in charge, but Raquel's also in charge of Bulletproof Records. So
Yeah, cause Rock got lose. She bought 15%, and then she also fucking inherited Crown's piece or some shit like that. I don't remember, but I know she has a piece of Bulletproof Records, and Lou said he wanted out. But again, coming back to Rock getting killed, I sort of have this whole idea of my own. I think that maybe, like, I don't know, she's just gonna want to. She's We've seen her do it for 2 seasons, and I think she's gonna just continue to push everybody the wrong way. And I think in the end we might get like everybody together, like, maybe Kanan, possibly Detective Howard. But I don't think Detective Howard is actually going to survive the series, to be honest. But I think we'll get Kanan, Jukebox, Marvin, Lou, Unique. I mean, just all coming together and just killing Rock. I mean, I know that sounds insane, but in my mind, it seems fitting.
I think it only makes sense for Lulu to figure a potential way of getting rid of Raquel. If not by death, then it might be by jail. Because as the story goes, you either die or you go to jail, right? I think that might be a potential way, because if he won't get rid of her, but that's a possibility, right? Then you look at like Detective Howard. Now, Detective Howard is a very interesting one, because from what we've seen, like towards the end, he's trying to like get the whole story out, because Shannon is she's getting too nosy, she's getting too close, and eventually everything's gonna kind of like crash and burn. But I think Detective Howard has like a really interesting case, because Raquel tried to have her own son, which was his son, to kill him in season 1, and you would think that because Howard, he was pissed, but because he didn't know. Well, he knew, but it was more like he was. You could say that he wasn't. He was pissed, but it was more that anger was towards like Raquel, because
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely think if he was mad at Kanan, he would have had no problem ratting him out to the police. But we seen him; he took the bullet for Kanan, and he took that bullet, and now he's gonna take one for him. So, like I said, he was not had no intentions on revealing what happened at Baisley Park. And I know Detective Burke is getting close and whatnot. And I think that we're gonna see Howard like put a stop to that. Like, I think in season 3, Detective Howard isn't gonna kill Rock. I think he's gonna kill Detective Burke. I talked about it in another video, but I mean, I just think that he's gonna go to the end's length to protect Kanan, and I think Rock will also be a part of that mission. So I think in season 3 we might see them like parenting, working together to stop Detective Burke trying to protect Kanan. You gotta let me know in the comment section what you think.
Raquel never told Kanan. Never told him. Never told him. So you would think that she always known that Detective Howard was Kanan's real father. She always known, because it wouldn't have made any sense for her not to know, because DEFCON was gay. DEFCON was gay. He wasn't into women like that. So it would have only made sense for her to know that, okay, Raquel was 16 at the time, and I guess Detective Howard was like in his 20s when they got involved with each other, and she ended up being pregnant by him. So she's known for decades. Like, it was like,
I just realized I didn't even know you could say that word. I thought I thought you had to say like homosexual or something. I didn't know you could say that word. God, 2022 is just it's a crazy year.
a decade long truth that she's known about. And if she would have came clean, or maybe told Howard maybe a little bit sooner, after when she was of age, then maybe it would have been different. It probably would have been a slightly different if she would have told the truth about it, but she didn't. She didn't say anything. So this could have actually been like something for Howard, because he could have had the family, he could have had everything, and maybe his life would have been different. But she didn't tell anybody this. And I think if push comes to shove, if let's just say like, okay, yeah, everybody get their story correct, everybody's on point with each other, she could see this as a wedge, which is happening with Howard and Kanan, that Howard is trying to pull Kanan away from her, but she doesn't realize the damage that she's caused, and basically everything is gonna like fall into play. But I don't think Howard would do anything. I don't think Howard would do anything. So instead of me putting him on the list, I think I would take him out. I mean, yeah. Well, actually, no. I could keep him on because anything could change. Anything could happen, right? Because what if it would probably.
I mean, he's not wrong. I just. Do y'all think that nigga's okay?
That it would probably come down to Howard and Rock. I think obviously maybe Kanan would choose Raquel over Howard. I think if that was to ever come up, I think he would choose her.
I'm sorry, I'm coughing so much, you guys. Strong stuff in here. I personally, I don't know. I can't really say that anymore. Like, we really can't say that Kanan would choose Rock because Kanan is finding out his whole entire life is a lie. And Detective Howard took a bullet for him and is now trying to be there for him. Like, when Kanan had nowhere to go, where did he run to? Detective Howard's house. I don't know. I really don't know. And I could see Rock pushing Detective Howard the wrong way. I just can't see Detective Howard capping Rock.
Because, you know, that's his mom and this and that and stuff. But he hasn't gone over to that Tariq levels of, oh, I'm going to kill my parent, right? I don't think he's not there yet. He's like taking baby steps, but he's not quite there yet. Because keep in mind, all of this that happened, this whole destruction, is basically Rock's fault.
It is all Rock's fault. But just to, elaborate on that comparison really quick, I agree. Kanan is nowhere near that. And also, I think the real reason Tariq killed Ghost was because Ghost was going to make him go down for Ray Ray and make Tasha go down for Keish. But y'all gotta let me know in the comment section. Y'all think that Kanan will wind up getting there to the point where he wants to kill his mom? Because we know what kind of person Kanan turns out to be. So, I mean, he killed Jukebox with no hesitation. So, I mean, y'all really gotta let me know in the comment section.
All of it is. Actually, I don't think I added Jukebox to the list. I think instead of me saying Breeze, Jukebox would be added to the list. Because now we're going to go over to Jukebox. I think Jukebox's case for her to potentially maybe have some sort of like maybe heat with like Raquel or something like between them to get like change or whatever. Because you got to keep in mind, like I said, Raquel was responsible for everything. So Kenya dying could also piss off Jukebox as well, because remember when Marvin was gonna step to like Kenya, he was just like, yo, what you did to Jukebox was wrong and this and that. And then that's when Jukebox was like, she called him out, she's like, Dad, like no, don't do it, because Marvin was about to go in her ass like, hold on, you gonna do this shit to our daughter, how dare you? But she had to stop him. So even
Jukebox's braids is crisp. Like, bro, them is fresh. My gosh. It's probably gonna be like 10 minutes of me coughing. But jeez. Yeah, bro. Marvin tried to save Kenya. He told her, stay away. Had she just listened, she would have still been alive, to be honest. But it is all Rock's fault that Kenya is dead. It's Rock's fault that all of them got shot. All this is Rock's fault. Because everybody told Rock not to step with the Italians. Everybody told Rock, stay, just you already winning here in New York, just keep that shit up. But, Rock was just so greedy and just wasn't thinking things through. She just rushed into new territory, and we see how it turned out. So, I mean, everything is definitely Rock's fault. Do I think Juke is really going to hold a vendetta against Rock for Kenya being killed? Absolutely not. I think she'll be more upset that Marvin got shot. Again, will she hold Rock responsible for that? I really don't know. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section. What do you think?
Even though, yeah, Jukebox was pissed off and she was like, you was never a mother to me, at the end of the day, you can't take away, I guess, the time that they had with each other. It was still something. And then Kenya was coming over.
But Kenya wanted Juke to be something that she wasn't the entire time. Like, we seen Juke trying on dresses with a frown on her face, so yeah, Juke wanted one thing from her mom, and I don't think she ever really got that.
To talk to Raquel about it. Now, some of y'all in the comments was funny with that. She was like, no, she coming over to snitch and shit. I mean, but also keep in mind this too. She would have also explained that, oh, yeah, somebody got her out of jail. Somebody got her out of a jam because, yeah, she was held up, but don't know who like released her, like who got her out. So that could have also been a conversation because nobody knows. Keep in mind this: nobody knows that Jukebox is actually involved with Shannon. Oh,
That is very true. And I mean, we've seen Juke giving Detective Burke heads up about the Baisley Park shooting before that happened, and then she let her go when her bag was getting searched. We also just seen now, she got out of jail after she beat up Corey. So, I mean, Juke and Detective Burke are having their relationship is growing. To be honest, I'm not even trying to be weird, but I mean, they're both, they're lesbian. I can I say that word? They're both into women, excuse me. And I pretty much think that they're gonna wind up hooking up, if not in season 3, somewhere down the line. That's if Detective Burke makes it. Like I said, don't pre-order your Detective Burke t-shirts yet. Your R.I.P. Detective t-shirt, your R.I.P. Detective Burke t-shirts. One of those plain white tees with like a background of a fucking sky and some fucking on some heaven shit. You know what I mean? And just Detective Burke's face plastered in the clouds. Like, don't order that shit yet. Because I don't know if she's gonna die in season 3.
nobody knows about this. It's like that's the thing. That's like the beauty of like Raising Kanan. The beauty of it. Basically, when all this war shit was happening, both Jukebox and Kanan was not aware of this. Both of them was not aware. It was like they was doing like own lives, and I kind of like it a bit because
Damn, Jukebox hairline look like the Appalachian Mountains. What is going on? Shut up, Movie Bot! I love you, Movie Bot.
it makes a little bit sense that yeah, they're still kids, and that's what we kind of sometimes forget about because we see like a whole bunch of like grown up shit, but we always sometimes forget that yeah, they're still kids. They still was going to school. Even though we haven't seen, like I said, that school stuff since season 1, but they were still going to school essentially. So I was like, okay, that was like the part that we was kind of forgetting.
That is true. They are still young. Oh no, not again. God. Yo, this shit is so hard to watch. I mean, fuck, that nigga fell down there with the sharks.
Forgetting about. So
Swimming with the
I'm
sharks.
like, yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense that they had their own stories. But seeing how Kenya dying, Marvin taking a bullet, everything is all gonna lead up to like this was Raquel's fault. Now, as I said that Raquel is the devil, the new name, and I want y'all to spread this everywhere, and y'all heard it from me first. Raquel is basically the devil of Southside. The devil of Southside is basically Raquel Thomas. She is the devil of Southside because
if you guys hear that anywhere else, you already know Death God Spaceman was the origin source.
she's been making connections, she's been making deals, but essentially everything that's blowing up in everyone's faces is all Raquel's fault. Because if anything was to happen to Marvin in the future, which potentially it will be, it's going to be under Raquel's watch. Because
I mean, bro, Marvin is almost getting killed like every 5 episodes. Like, what the fuck?
all of this shit that's happening is her fault. So I think that if anybody would have had like some sort of like heat or motive, Jukebox has also potentially would have motive. If anything was to happen to Marvin, something already happened to Kenya, she has motive, right?
I mean, I'm sorry to keep interjecting, but he's not totally wrong. I mean, like I said, in the last fucking 2-3 episodes of Power, like, we seen Marvin get shot at with the whole Renee situation. I mean, God, he actually got clipped in the very end of season 2, episode 10, when he was trying to protect his people. So, Marvin, it's spooky for Marvin right now. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section. Do you think he'd be okay? And if Marvin does get killed, would Juke blame Rock?
And also keep in mind of this too, that it's gonna be unexpected. It's gonna be really unexpected because I think from what the showrunners and what they're doing, I believe that I don't think it's gonna be like a Kanan. It could be like a Kanan and a Raquel, but I think this time we're gonna be caught off guard. I think it's gonna be unexpected this time of something that's gonna happen to like Raquel rather than it just being really predictable. Because most of us are saying, "Oh, it's gonna be Kanan," right? But I'm kind of leaning over to Jukebox. I'm really leaning over that it might be Jukebox because Jukebox and Raquel didn't have heat at all from season 1 and season 2. They haven't like really crossed paths like that, and there's a potential thing that could happen in the future where they could cross paths because, like I said, nobody knows that Burke and Jukebox is like talking. They don't know about this.
I did not actually think about that because two things. So first of all, we know in the original Power, Kanan and Juke had not been on great terms for a while. Is it maybe because Juke smoked rock? What y'all think about that? And then my other thing is, so like say like Detective Howard and Rock, say they get rid of Detective Burke. How will Juke react to that? Y'all got me know in the comment section. I didn't even think about that.
They don't know. So something could like really blow up because what if like it comes off later like, oh, basically all of this could have been avoided if Jukebox would have said something. But at the end of the day, Jukebox is trying to figure herself out and also figure a way out of Southside. She's trying to figure these things out, but eventually, potentially, it probably will be Shannon that's going to be the one to help her. So I think personally, like, I think Jukebox may have motive in the future. I think I see her having motive, right? And then lastly, Kanan. Obviously, lastly would be Kanan because Kanan's motive is one, she lied to him throughout his entire life.
Yo, I swear, what's her name? Pamela Miller, or the lady who plays Rock. Like, yo, she deserves an award. Like, she looks like a demon, girl. You look insane.
Um, she had him almost kill his own father, completely fucked up, and then she constantly kept on lying to him and putting the seeds inside this man's head. Basically, she did the same thing that she did to Lulu, where she knows Lulu killed Crown. She knows he killed Crown. There's no secret behind that, but she did all of that so that way she can have bulletproof records. That was the whole deal. Kill Crown so I can have bulletproof records, and then also we're gonna get rid of Cartier Farid because despite Cartier Farid having a piece of it, he's gone, so he has nothing. So this was all a whole manipulation of what she did to basically have everything be put back in her place. So Kanan's motivation to kill Raquel, it would be a build up, but it would make more sense and it would be justified for him to do it because again, all of the things that happened, and he still does not know that she had Lulu killed D, which in the argument when Lulu was explaining like a lot of shit that he didn't want to do, he had no choice but to do. And I'm kind of glad that he still brought up the fact that you made me kill that kid and I didn't want to. So I'm like, yeah, but Kanan doesn't know about that, but Jukebox does. So
Yeah, when everything comes to the light in the Thomas family, I mean, goodness gracious, this is gonna be World War III.
that's a lot of motive right there. Oh my God, there's a lot of motive right there for Kanan to like learn about that, and that.
But will Kanan actually have that hate for Lou? In my opinion, I don't think so. I think he's gonna be able to look at it and be like, "My mom manipulated you into doing this shit, just like she does everybody." Like,
At Crutchfield, we sell stuff
what?
that makes life fun.
Crutchfield?
And we've been doing it differently since 1974.
What?
Whether you're looking to
74. Wait, what the dog? What is that nigga's man bun is intense. Crutchfield. Fuck. Niggas made me forget what the fuck I was saying. God! Fuck you, Crutchfield!
I wouldn't say it would be like the final piece, but it could be an extra layer to making Kanan turn the way that he turns because it's so much that she's putting into him and so much life.
Oh yeah, I remember where I was going with it. Okay, so yeah, like real quick. I'm sorry, Crutchfield. So actually, I think it's kind of funny, like like in all the Power series, except Force, obviously, but we got similarities between Rock, Monet, and Tasha. I mean, Tasha obviously being the weakest one and the least in control, in my opinion. Monet is also a shit show, but Rock just displays this dominance and power, but I think it is gonna backfire on her. But I just think it's kind of funny how in all of these series, the main woman or the wife or whoever, like I said, the woman in the show who's like the woman in power, basically she has this dysfunctional family she's trying to keep together, but all of their families have turned against them. I just think that's like kind of interesting to point out.
Lives in the seat that's happening, it's gonna cause Kanan to snap. It's gonna cause Kanan to snap, and eventually he's gonna do the things that he said he was gonna do. He potentially could kill Raquel. I think I can also add maybe Unique to the list. I could probably add Unique to the list, right? Because, okay, yeah, like, episode 10, he saves her, and as I said in my previous video, they probably might have some sort of like partnership, there may be a slight romance. But keep in mind, Unique could be the biggest. He could be a snake. I think he is like the great snake. I think Unique could be like the snake because, yeah, he manipulated Raquel before. He manipulated her, and he could still be manipulating because he hasn't forgot what happened. He hasn't forgot that Marvin tried to have him and his family killed. He haven't forgot about that shit, and he still.
Yeah, but I mean, remember what they did to Lou? I mean, like, come on now. I mean, like I said, it's the streets. I really don't see Unique trying to get an eye for an eye. Otherwise, what was the point in even saving Rock?
Potentially could want Southside for himself, but I thinking he's playing ball for now. If he does have some sort of, if that romantic shit does happen, it's only gonna probably be like for like a little while. Because if you look at Raquel's, I guess, relationships, Symphony was like the guy that she claims that was like a whole vacational trip and that was it. But deep down, she really wanted Symphony because Symphony was that guy, that piece that could have taken her out of the game, but she chose not to. And then you look at Unique, where he's loyal to the game, to the streets, and he never betrayed anybody. He stayed loyal and faithful, and that's the type of guy and that type of loyalty that Raquel likes and could be looking for. But again, Unique he's slippery, so he can have motive in the end to take out Raquel.
I mean, I personally think that Unique is about to get reintroduced as Breeze. And so I don't know. I mean, I just don't think Unique really has any reason to go for Rock anymore. Like season 1, it was completely different. But I mean, in season 2, like we basically in the beginning of episode 10 and here in the diner scene, we got Rock basically like begging for Unique to join her, and then we seen how disappointed she was when he said no. So I don't know. Like I mean, regardless if there's a romantic fling there or not, I really think that Unique has no true reason to try to kill Rock. I don't know. Maybe in season 3 he will, because we know how that we know in the Power Universe how things change from episode to episode. So yeah, I don't know. Like maybe Rock will put Unique in a predicament where his back's against the wall and he has no choice. But I think it's highly unlikely. You gotta let me know in the comment section. What's your opinion on that? Is Unique gonna wipe out Rock? Is Unique Breeze?
Because of all of the shit that she did, and then on top of that, her bad decision also got Warrell killed. So again, she's a damn storm of destruction that caused a whole lot of misery to happen. So I'm like, a lot of people have like different motive and reasons to kill Raquel, except for maybe Marvin. Marvin doesn't have motive. He does. I think he's the only one I could think of that doesn't have motive, because he always tried to get back in good graces with Raquel. It was never him trying to like go against it. It was him trying to get back in her good graces. So I think out of everybody, he's the only one that doesn't have any ill will towards her.
Marvin is probably my favorite character in the show. But I mean, I like Kanan too, but I mean, like, I don't know, like London Brown, like, bro, really just plays the shit out of Marvin.
Everybody else will, or if not, will have like ill will towards her, but he's the only one that don't. So I think out of everybody, we don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see in the upcoming like episodes and seasons to see what's gonna really happen to Kanan. Like, will it be Lulu that either will have her killed or have her get sent to prison? Will it be Howard off of a last decision making that could happen, and Kanan's gonna have to choose between either a life with Howard or a life with Raquel? Or 3, it could be Jukebox, because of stuff that happened with Kenya, even though I think she wouldn't really care as much, but again, that's her mom, right? Other shit that could be brewing up, I think it could be Jukebox, right? Then it could potentially be like Unique, but it has to be like something that's really fucked up, like something that's really fucked up. But again, everybody has like their own motives of potentially taking out Raquel. And then lastly, even if none of this happens, and let's just say Raquel gets away, again, she's the devil of Southside. And they always said that the devil's greatest trick was making people forget that he exists. And when you see in Power, yeah, Kanan talks about he went to go see his mom. But that whole shit that happened and
Yeah, I mean, because people like to say that a lot that like Rock is alive because Kanan said that to Tommy, but I really think that he meant he went to her gravesite. That's what I think. Yeah, let me know in the comment section. What's your opinion on that? Is Rock still alive in the current time in the Power universe? Like in book 2 and book 4, is Rock still in New York, or I know she's not in Chicago probably, but is she still breathing? Y'all let me know in the comment section.
Southside Jamaica Queens, no one ever talks about her. They don't even bring up her name. They don't talk about DEFCON, and they don't talk about Raquel Thomas. So that means that the devil's greatest trick was making people forget about she ever existed. And the only people that was ever talked about was Kanan, and then some whispers, and maybe some whispers about Ghost, and then obviously Tommy. But after that, that's it. That's really it. But post your comments down below. Who do you potentially think will be the one to actually take out Raquel? Like, who do you think is gonna be the one that's gonna finally do it and take her out? And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, again, like I said, I'm leaning toward Kanan, but I can't be 100% sure. You guys let me know in the comment section. Please do not forget to go sub to Death God Spaceman. And if you enjoyed the vid, like, sub. I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Oh yeah. Achoo!